What do you say, Pete? Who, me? Well, heck, I say all kind of things. For instance, I've been mining these mountains longer and slam jammer Brussels hustler can bark at the moon. Uh-huh. Pete takes a swig of his whiskey. Pete notices the nugget of silver he found earlier. Take that little silver nugget off your hand if you get like. Give you anyone me for it. Okay. It's a deal. You give him the nugget, he smiles and hands you some meat. Fine and dandy. Pete squints and points out the refined meat ore you're carrying. You ain't seem like someone got much use for unrefined ore, stranger. I'll buy it for 873 meat. Something your. If I don't sell it to him. Alright, yeah, you can have it. There you go. Pleasure doing business with you. Pete's eyes narrow as the gears in his head start to click. Fix his gaze. Thick eyelids pronounce. Listen, kid, all this stuff what I've been buying from you. You've been spending time on the ground, ain't you? Well, you listen to old Pete's advice. You'll stay out of ore hole if you know what's good for you. There's stuff down on the 40th level that ain't worth messing with. For a fellow wants to keep his eyes, if you catch my meaning. Not sure I do. But thanks. Playing poker, Curly's trying to keep looking back and forth, their hands out, play a poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Can I play? They look at you nervously. Look, I have some meat, let's play. You put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s, plus a 2, a 3, and a king. Bet crazily. Eat this, all in, suckers. Sweat gushes from their faces. They each read the how to play poker card again, but eventually they both add 20 meat to the pot. Okay, read them and weep. You show your pair of 10s plus 2, 3 king. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jacks, 3 aces, and the girl on the right somehow got a straight flush, 2 through 6 and hearts. I win! I don't think you win this hand, buddy. Outfox them. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points and the gal on the right's 20, and you're 25 plus a king. The king represents King Ralph the Ninth, whom the western colonies revolted against because of unfair taxes, so they owe an extra tax of 10 meat each. They nod in understanding and push more meat across the table. You collect your winnings and stand up. Thank you for helping them learn the game. That's how you play poker. Established 1890. All the water in this drop is boiled away. Susie's ranch has been burned to the ground. What was that? How's the only thing still standing? My store's making some pretty awful noise. Let's go through it anyway. Somebody in the middle fixing a knife. Varmint skin and knife. Aww. What are you? Things angry, you're not gonna make it safe without dealing with it. Deal with it. The Pyrobove. Ow. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Stupid floating cow skull. It's the Cochrane family's gun set. Crap rifle. Awesome. I really would like, you know, dynamite. Guess that's everything here. Oh yeah, the goblin. Now I can speak goblin. Can I, like, not kill the goblin? The goblin shouts, "I'm Gary!" Hi, Gary. Hi, hello, I am Gary. Who are you? Well, I'm Cornflax. Hello, Cornflax. Good to meet you. What Cornflax doing down here? Be polite. Oh, I'm just looking around. Oh, hey, Gary likes to looking too. Gary looking for way out of this dump. Gary not having much luck though. Where are you trying to go, Gary? Highway and far up for popping in the new Gary everywhere. Settle down, Gary. Gary doesn't like to settling. Likes to settling. Gary wants to traveling and popping. If Cornflax is going far up and highway, maybe taking Gary with you? Eh? Think about it. Oh. So I could become friends with Gary. And take him with me. Found my rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here it is. All tears as you find a rifle, and she roughly scrubs your sleeve across your face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger, I didn't catch your name. I'm Cornflax. Thanks, Cornflax. Can't rightfully say what this means to me. She looks through it for a long moment, looks back up at you, she sighs. Well, that's enough wallowing in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along with you, head west. Just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. I found these mugs! Thanks. You tip your head to the bartender. Just thought I'd say howdy. Oh yeah, I got the door for sure. This is Pricker Gang has put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand Sheriff his door and hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, strangers. Your prison cell is just about 4 times more secure. Alright, Fricker boys left me a roundup. Yeah, 1 or 2 that are asleep on the job. I'll go round them up shortly. Then, looks like I owe you a reward. 400 meat. Got another little task for you. If you got the time, should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, Frickers busted a lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. Wait. Soap for a lock. Haha. I wish I had a dicker. I need dynamite. Yeah, come back. How do you miss? Scare up a lock for my cell. Yep, got one right here. He hands the sheriff the lock. That'll do nicely. The sheriff puts the lock on the cell door, then accidentally drops the key and it clatters into the cell. Hellfire! That's what you know how to pick a lock, stranger. I unlocked your cell for you. The sheriff walks in the cell and picks up the key, looks around for a place to hide it, and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you kindly, stranger. If Bourne Springs ever gets any more criminals, they'd better watch out. It's a good job you done. Don't mention it. Here as a souvenir for your time Bourne Springs. Replica sheriff badge. Thanks, sheriff. Thank you. Is that everything? Am I done? What's to do with all the TNT? So when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be anything left to come back. That seems drastic. Drastic hell? No way! I'd taken the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. Can I have some? Do you know what's causing the resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. Rumor was that it's when you get incomplete from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the beanslingers use. Never heard of any beanslingers raising the dead, have you? Or skeleton? That'd be one hell of a can of beans. there anything else? Can I just like... What now about necromancer? Assuming he exists, what about him? Maybe someone ought to try and stop him. You, because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows surgery. Shit your head on a bar stool, kid. You weren't that old. And if I were gonna pick someone to go against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Doc House stares hard at you, takes a swig of her bottle and saying nothing. It's nothing, and it sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done for your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you. You see the gears turning her head. Beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away, then shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself, chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading out west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find a guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Impossible like raising the dead is impossible. Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully. Sparks slowly brightens her eyes. Alright kid, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. Can I like take some of this dynamite? Next up... Orhole Mine. Because the guy said, do go to the 40th level of Orhole Mine. Alright. A wave of nausea hits you as you slide the heavy lid off the chest. Inside there is a hat. It looks evil, and not in an abstract way. It has eyes, and they look like the eyes of a murderer. And it has teeth, which looks like the teeth of an animal who would be a murderer if animals understood the concept of murder. Should I? You know what? How about no? Just need 3 dynamite. This sucks so badly. Dynamite on me. I chose not to give in to my stupid ideas. Alright. I'm gonna take the doctor with me. Which means, can I just kill you? No? Okay. Yeah, I'll take the doctor with me. Good afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? Can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you though, horses get mighty attached to the rides once you bought one. You won't be able to change your mind later. I'm sure you understand. Crazy ghost. The black, shadowy, dark one. Or the normal one. Go with the ghost one. Go with the spooky pale one. Good choice. It's a good horse. If you like that sort of thing, I'll sell it for 1,000 meat. What sort of thing? You know, spooky stuff. Hey, it's Spooky Mom! Spooky stuff. I don't want to get in particular to say she's a certain tone. Oh, mysterious. I'll take her. Thanks. Here's the keys. Give her a name. Her name will be... Spoo horse. Spores. Spooky horse. Spores. That sounds terrible. Yeah, I'll name her Sporce. That sounds terrible. Alright, then Sporce the horse. Haha! Yes, I win. I almost forgot. Prove that every horse bridge is a complimentary map. South, east, west map. What? Thanks. Ride Sporce out of town. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna go talk to her one more time and tell her, hey, I choose you. Do I just leave and she automatically comes with? Or will it ask me like, hey, who do you want? I'll go, I want her. Any points means you won't be able to come back. No, but I want to. Yes. I'm gonna take Doc Gowns. Now let's just door until it's time to go. Hit the trail. To reward me of this destiny only lists 2 things. First day of the rest of your life. What do you need, alcoholic? It's your partner. Howdy, Doc. If we're going to look in the necromancy business, I figure we ought to start with local cemeteries. Makes sense. Do you know where they are? Yeah, I did some research in the territory cemeteries a while back. Territory cemeteries? Territory cemeteries. See if there was a pattern, you okay? Sorry. Anyway, there's one not too far from here. The Dave Yard. Cool. Alright, so there's the merchant. I want some flowers. Thank you. Lot available, lot available, lot available, lot available, lot available, lot available. Oh my god, this game needs a laugh track. Jail! Howdy, are you the sheriff here? No, we don't currently have a sheriff. I'll be the sheriff. I could be do you have law enforcement experience? Not really. Have you been to sheriff's school? No. Do you have an existing relationship with Dirtwater's local government? Are you familiar with all the local ordinances? Do you even live here? No. Then what, may I ask, in tarnation makes you think you'd be qualified to be the sheriff? I just assumed. Just assumed that you could mosey into town and become sheriff on your first day. Well, when you put it that way, bet find me for every wide-eyed protagonist-looking kid who wanders in here thinking they're the most important tenderfoot to ever strap on iron. I wouldn't need this dead-end clerking job. Sorry. It's okay, like I said, it happens all the time. Over to help. Need any help till you find a sheriff? Sure, if you're any good with a gun, there's always somebody in need of some justice. Wanted posters are back there, cells are over yonder. She points behind her and off to the right, respectively. Sorry. It's a wanted poster. Or a wanted poster, if accuracy is important. Read it. It says, wanted, the house in the desert gang. For mortgage, non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance, also for murdering 2 collection agents. Last seen at the house in the desert. You wonder if the house is named after them, if they're named after the house. In any case, at least the location is unambiguous. Want to go after them? Yes. Take note of the location of the house and resolve to bring the house gang to justice. It's a wanted poster. No, wait, you misread it. It's a wasted poster. Close enough reading. The Stripy Hat Gang. Wasted. For grand theft, paint, and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon. $1,000 reward. Interesting. 30 rotten paint thieves and low down non-fashion sense. Hat vandals. Despicable. I'll go after them. Alright. A merchant! Advanced beancraft. What can I sell you? Do I want spiders? Keep that. I still use that. Yeah, you can have that. Stench resistance, is that a thing? Should keep it. I need this. And I already have a shovel. Just discover new map application and find a high vantage point. Okay. It's fair enough, that's the Jewel Saloon. This is a spittoon, which is a sort of brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor, because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already. Sicko. Expect it. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room, a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside it isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. Expect it. Here we go again. Alright, fine. You're now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad, because it's only the water part of spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit, the toxins and filth that don't evaporate, several years worth, distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts in the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. Search it. You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup. Except instead of maple, it's flavored with the inside of mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Yeah? Oh. Feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding. Except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. Smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. Feels like your hand is dissolving. Keep searching. You found something. Found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children. Assuming you're still able to have any, and you hate them. Filthy porcelain cow. +3 melee attack and 3 spell damage. Come on, that's worth it. You have to hold this little porcelain cow upside down because it's filled with tobacco spit and you don't want it to spill out the little hole in the bottom of it. Oh. Hooray! Old Minster's off distance this piano. Try to talk to him. Doesn't react at all. Piano player is not very good at his job. I don't want slop. Spirited discussion. Doesn't look like she's mood to talk. Just conversation. Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon. Hi, thanks. I'm Cornflax. Glad to know you, Cornflax. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? It's nice to meet you, Lloyd. I saw that sign out front, advertising a room. Yeah, help with anything. A shot of bourbon. Down the list. That's right, finest room in the house. And plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, that's where you're in luck. Previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance, straight before getting himself killed by bandits. Seemed like a decent source, so the room's yours if you want it. Great. Wow, great. Howdy, Cornflax. Anything I can get for you? Hey, Lloyd. Old man by the piano. Oh, that's old Ellsbury, tragic fella. He was a writer and a poet. Came out west to sell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird, his stories. Fantastical-like. Stupid oh, too bad, I love that stuff. Well, it don't matter how much now, anyhow. He had to get normal work to make ends meet, did passing well as a prospector until one day he lost his mind in a mine. What now? You know what I mean, he saw something that made him stop telling his weird tales, made him stop talking near completely. Come to that, and he just stands by the piano nowadays. It seems to calm him down. As long as he doesn't make him trouble, I don't mind too much. Feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. Poor fella. It help with anything? Well, if you're handling mechanical type stuff, something's gone wrong with our piano player. Thought the music sounded a little off. Yeah, it's not supposed to sound like that. Let's see what I can do. Thanks, I've poked around in it myself, but I lost the key. Suddenly taking a strange turn. So is he not real? Ah. Look at that guy. Look at his smug little face. Oh, holy shit! This post says rules of poker, followed by hundreds of weird rules in tiny print. Players spitting anywhere other than spittoon immediately loses the game. 4 one-armed jacks of hearts and 4 queens of spades count as a straight. A player holding a one-eyed jack must swap cards with the player on their left. Cross-eyed king loses against 2 aces of hearts. Play poker. You sit down at the poker table, a dealer emerges from somewhere in the back and sits down next to you. Lady to your right introduces herself as Edith, and the player to your left says his name's Percy. Dealer tells you that the ante is 20 meat. Ante up. You ante up. Edith and Percy toss in 20 meat each. You lose 20 meat. Dealer gives the deck shuffle and then deals. A hand of cards glides across the table to you. It's a really terrible hand. Pair of 7s, a homicide king, and 2 10s. What the fuck's a homicide king? It's the first round. The pot is 60 meat, and you estimate your chance of winning around 20%. I'm gonna add a 5% win chance. You check, and then you check your privilege. You squints you for a moment, then checks. Percy checks. Move on to the next round. Past 60 meat. Forcefully strategize. You pound on the table, causing the cards to fly into the air and land in a slightly different configuration. 20% win chance. Yes! Continue the game. It's the last round of betting. Time to die. Time to do or die. The pot is 60 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning at around 45%. Ah! You pound the table again. Yes. Yes, I've got 160 mate. You wordlessly reveal your cards. A Royal Georgia straight. Edith shrugs as she reveals a Royal Full House. Person turns over a Mexican flush. You win. You gather your haul. Walk away. I don't get it. Okay. Everyone here's weird. Insult yourself? You call yourself a lizard-kissing, lily-faced jerk. You're madder than a hornet. If your anger level gets higher than 1, you'll pass out from rage. If you don't insult yourself anymore, you get any angrier, and you're liable to pass out. Aww. But I wanna get angrier. Oh, I got a blank postcard.